and we return to our wonderful adventure with previously everyone going to sleep either as a gooey bunny or a marionette or toy. The sun's starting to rise on the next day. Oog, you were the first to get hit by the sun in your crystal cauldron as it shines a beautiful purple light over the front porch of Mudkas. Your first sleep back, and you feel oh so good. But you are all still in the golden woods. You see the buffalo ox grazing on some grass, maybe 20 feet from the cart. And the owl cat is still fast asleep on the rafters above.
So peaceful. What do I see around me underneath, like directly underneath me?
Directly underneath you, you would be like near the edge of the porch. So I'd say there wasn't really any railing on Mudkas, so just the front porch really is underneath you. The pot
Okay.
of ash is still sitting. Or wait, did you take the bucket? Or did you leave it there? Because I thought you messed with it, Oog.
See the pot of ash.
That used to have the sentient tree sapling. Because if
I
you
think
did,
I filled it full of water and I left it in the woods.
I
I
think so,
honestly don't
yeah.
remember.
I remember you filling it with water, and then I don't remember what you did after that, so I think you left it in the woods.
Yeah, yeah, why
Okay.
not?
So yeah, there's nothing on the porch. There's most of the ash is blown away with the winds through the night. Um you would notice that all the old like gold embroidery and encrusted sigils have now all turned piercing like royal purple black.
Hmm.
So the cart is now primarily like wood and black metal and sigils.
Well, that's
Sick as
fun.
fuck looking.
Crunk's a chuny.
Yeah.
Alright,
And
I guess I hop out of my pot and I start doing morning yoga.
sounds wonderful. Next to wake up is blood. You wake up to see the sun shining in through a window right next to your corner of Mudkas, I suppose, in your wonderful leather hammock. You see out of a front window Oog doing naked yoga.
Mhm. Weird, yet intriguing. I'll go outside, strip naked, and start trying to copy Oog's naked yoga.
Oog, would you respond to anything, or would you just keep doing your thing as he moves about around you?
I continue to simply enjoy the morning.
Wonderful. So we now have an ooey gooey bunny doing yoga, a normal jackalope, and I think next would be Tulio to wake up from your cocoon in Crongford's room. I think the first thing you would see as your cocoon cracks open is half of the bed has been completely like spread out throughout the room, and you just see all the animals in their own little areas, like solid 2 foot separation of all of them. But the coins take up literally half the room now, and you see Cronkford laying on his bed, somewhat sunken in, but most of the coins are still where they were when he passed out.
Hmm. All right. I need something before I figure out what's going on. I'm just gonna go outside.
As soon as you walk out of the bedroom, you would see through the front window the slime and the normal jackalope. And the nice sun being slightly cast over by the purple ooze crystal ball in the sky of the porch. Doing yoga.
Okay. Hmm. Fuck.
But yeah, if you wanted to get like a morning cup of joe, you have the kitchen there to your right. You have the general crafting and now leather hammock to your left.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out because I'm still a fucking brain dude, and the only thing I know that's near, I don't really want to talk to because I don't like what it asks for, but that's what I'm thinking about. I'll go fuck with a cup of joe for now because fuck.
Give me a straight roll.
You get to make a cup of joe.
9.
With a 9, you would this is the best sleep you've had in quite a while. You are still very groggy from waking up, and you walk over to the cabinets, grab a jar, and start making your coffee. This would be the point that Cronkford wakes up.
Okay, so wait, isn't Tulio an animal? I'm a
No,
plastic
he's a toy
man.
army man.
Oh, okay. I was. That's why I said a green dude. I just in character. I don't know what the fuck a plastic is.
About to say, I wouldn't say your color changed. You still look like you, just in plastic form. Same with Cronkford, but in marionette wood form.
Okay. Well, I'm plastic. I'm not me, and I'm not liking it. And I don't like what the fucking cat wants. Well, I guess. Is Hey Hey and Spicy up?
I would say most of the animals are still sleeping, unless you want to wake them up, except for the bufflocks. Okay. So yeah, I think as soon as you start like wrestling around the coins, most all of the animals like raise their head in unison and like stare at you.
Hey, let's go get some coffee.
And as you say that, all of them slowly get up, do big stretches, and then you and your cacophony of animals just mosey out of your room, and you see, once again, the two jackalopes, one slimy, one non, just doing yoga in the front porch. You'd see Tulio to your right making coffee. Give me a flat roll.
Which dice are gonna roll good for me tonight? Nope, not this one. That would be a 3.
That coffee looks so good and it smells so tantalizing.
Yeah. I'm gonna fix me some coffee. And that, I don't know how, but that just really doesn't surprise me out there.
But yeah, you and Tulio are in the kitchen.
Tulio, what the hell is going on? Just why?
Because we accepted gifts from a fat red man.
You see, normally accepting gifts doesn't, what's the words I'm looking for? Fuck you in the ass this hard.
Yeah, well, I didn't really realize that that's what was gonna happen.
I throw over my shoulder. What's happened when they get involved?
The oh shit.
What did you throw over your shoulder?
Yes.
My voice.
Okay. I thought you were physically throwing something over your shoulder, and I'm like,
No,
you're a
verbally.
slimy.
Verbally.
Gotcha.
I verbally throw over my shoulder.
I
That's what
guess
happens when you mess with the Fae.
I guess that's something I should have asked earlier. Are you facing the cart or are you facing out towards the wild? Because I was low key imagining all this happening and with you two in like the bay window staring into the house or into Mudkas without actually looking in Mudkas because you're doing yoga.
I'm doing a pose that has me looking back at Mudkas.
Wonderful.
The Fae. Why does that not surprise me? Tricky little bastards. Alright, so how do we fix this? Looking for answers, Tulio.
There's one possible way I know of, but it would be extremely costly, and I'm not
Okay,
sure if we
well,
actually want to pay
I'm
it.
not too fond of this blood fellow, so I mean, if it requires a sacrifice, I mean, he's
It
obvious.
will probably require a sacrifice from each of us individually is the problem.
Well, then we all take turns stabbing him. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, last time we talked to it, it didn't want a person. It wanted time, which I'm assuming is just how much time
Ew.
we have left alive.
You mean that creepy kitty thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't want to go talk to it again.
Oog and Blood, give me a perception check.
Six. Well, that would be actually a with passive numbers.
With your, yeah, perception bonus. Oog.
9. I'm just gonna say it's a 9.
So your perception is off of your wisdom, so that's a +3.
Yeah.
Okay. Cat Blood. Blood.
Are we
Yep.
having mic issues?
Yeah, I gotta
Hero.
step away for dad stuff real quick.
Oh, okay.
Hero.
Blood, I need a perception check.
Perception. Ugh. Blicka, 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 blicka. For a solid 12.
Wonderful.
Swinging for the
So,
fences.
whereas Oog has been in this area for a while now and kind of knows the lay of the land, something feels different to you, but you can't quite put your finger on what. Blood, this is your first time in this area, so you're not really sure if this is normal or not, but the trees seem to have shifted a bit from whenever you all went to sleep.
So, does this forest normally have moving trees?
It wouldn't be the first time.
Okay.
I do not
Well,
recommend approaching the moving trees. If they start to approach us, I would suggest either fighting if you feel sufficiently armed or running.
weird, but okay.
Do you see some trees moving?
Not moving at this moment. It just
You can tell
I
that
would
they've
have
moved maybe like 2 inches from when you went to bed, but
I
they're
would have
definitely not where they were.
I would have sworn that oak tree was about 3 inches to the left than where it is right now. And that ash tree was closer to that spruce than it was to the walnut next to it on the other side. So
Uh, all of these trees are golden oaks. Like, there is no variation in the fauna in this area. Or flora. But, like, yeah. Same, but yeah.
All oak.
point of order. Anywhoosies. The tree to the north moved a couple degrees left.
Do.
But yeah, that's all you
Noted.
noted.
Okay.
At this point, the coffee would be nice and ready, and Oog and Blood can smell it and see it through the front window if you look back.
Like a whole pot or just a cup?
That's a question for the one making it, Tulio.
How much is in the pot?
But say, how much were you wanting
There's-
to make? Because you could either make a singular cup for yourself or like a whole pot since Cronkford came out.
Going with how my brain works, I just made an entire fucking pot because even if I'm just making coffee for me, I make an entire pot in the morning.
Fair. So yeah, you see a full pot of coffee, just like in a good old steel kettle inside.
Beeline. I'm getting one. Post haste.
Wonderful. You hop on in.
I head for a cup of Joe.
Naked?
Yep.
Wonderful.
nothing
You hop
on.
on in and you leave a slime trail.
Yep.
So everyone that takes a drink of coffee, except for Oog, give me a flat roll.
If it's poison related, I'm immune.
That's fine.
5.
Cap.
That
Actually, since it is before the outcome has been decided, I would
No.
like to use one of my little pointeroos that I have to reroll real quick.
You can if you'd like to.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Wonderful.
I rolled a 7 because
I
Yep.
have
my
marked
first
it off on the sheet as well.
And
That's a nat 20. I'm so happy I took that.
beautiful. That's I think we're just waiting on Cronkford to get back from being a father.
Unfortunate individual.
So for those that are here, it doesn't poison you, but it definitely has more zing than it should and a bit more spiciness. Oog, you don't realize much of a difference.
Nice brew.
I think it's pretty good.
Tulio gestures over to the jar that he used, and sadly, this is a jar that was previously housing poison. So you didn't get a full dose, but you got a lacing.
Building up an immunity.
Maybe.
But again, it just tastes like you put a jalapeno pepper in the pot as you were brewing, is essentially the only difference. Tulio, however, so with your nat 20, you get a little extra pep in your step for this day. You think this is
Hey.
quality coffee.
It is.
little kick in this pot.
I think it's pretty good. First couple steps really clear. Not steps. First couple sips really clears out the headache.
Mm.
Did we just find Mudka's signature cocktail for morning after?
Bum, bum, bum.
Ugh. You know what? Since he's not here, he's gonna take this.
Mm-hmm.
He
When
will get the full
he
dose.
when he takes a sip, the he faints full on, like no warning, no sound, and he falls upon the floor as if a unanimated marionette doll.
Hmm.
And I'd
If-
Is he
say,
gonna die again?
there's no response from him.
I'll go poke his face with my finger. Tick, 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 tick.
Very wooden.
Huh.
Hey, as a quick thing, I just found this and this is amazing, but there is a warlock pact in the homebrew that is literally just for coffee.
Yeah, that's kind of great.
At the first one, you no longer sleep because you can pull endless all-nighters as long as you have coffee.
Oh God, that's dangerous.
I feel like there's a big drawback.
Um, no. Magic can't even force you to sleep. Your coffee is too powerful.
Yes. Yes, I need this coffee.
I'd say at least after a week, you'd still have a point of exhaustion at least.
Well, see, since coffee is your life force, you only need to sleep a number of hours equal to 6 minus your warlock level. So yeah, it would not be
A
it would
thing
not be
after
much.
level 6.
Yeah, I have drank so much coffee, I am one with it.
I am the coffee, therefore I am the warlock of power.
At some point, we need to have like an absolutely like bullshit homebrew thing where we all find like the most dumbass thing that is homebrewed, and we're like, all right, we're playing it. Spelling mistakes and all.
Yep.
I mean, that's what
And we
cannadill
fight,
is in general.
and we do like what happened in the last when we went up against what was it, a sea monster and
Technically,
some
3
dragons.
dragons, a kraken, and a kraken priest.
And griffins.
And I finally just killed myself.
I'll say the griffins didn't really do anything,
What
but
did
yeah, you
guys
full on.
do?
Well,
Yeah, no.
wild magic. That's really it.
Okay.
That's the only reason they got away from the dragons and Austin RPing with them, because he had a scale curse that,
Yep.
because of actions he took before the dragons attacked, turned him full into a dragonborn and could speak with them. And they're like, "Yo, what the fuck is happening?" And he's like, "Nothing." And they're like, "Oh, okay, bye." That's essentially what happened.
That's great. All right, you want to try talking to the cat?
That does not sound like a safe idea.
Mm.
I got a tingly feeling when I was meditating earlier. I'm gonna try that again. See what happens.
Give me a nature roll.
Let's see. Nature is connected with
Who is it?
wisdom,
Yeah, intelligence.
intelligence.
It's in the middle of the
Yeah, intelligence, you have a +4.
17.
Wonderful. As Oog gets into whatever fucking pose he wants for this, you would
I hop
notice
back into my glass vial and I go into a Zen cross-legged, floating in the middle of my jar pose.
it's gonna be a little hard as a jackalope, but I'll give it to you. Just for that cross-legged pose in general. But as you do, once again you start glowing with the midnight blue hue of the blue furs from a few terraces away. And instead of the purple hue that it's casting over the entire porch, it shifts to that midnight blue. As you become a little disco ball, you would be able to tell that the road follows a natural ley line of pure, not pure, but a bunch of intersecting magics that flow through this land. You're not necessarily trying to do anything with it, so you can definitely like identify it and see it with your mind's eye, but as soon as you open your eyes, all the physical aspects take over and you can't really see it too well, but there's a light shimmer on the road to you. Or
Do
for
I see
you.
which direction, before I open my eyes, do I see a direction in which the light grows brighter?
You would be able to tell that it does seem to be beckoning you back to the blue firs. Or blue pines.
Alright. I pop out of my jar. I look at the dipshits and I'm like, so I got a good feeling about heading back to the Blue Pines. So I'm gonna head that way. I'll wait for Cronkford to get up and discuss this with him so he can have a choice with this information before I head out. And I
Gronkford wakes
plop
up.
and I plop back in my jar and wait.
So, Cronkford,
Yep.
you took a sip of this coffee with the rest of the group. You immediately black out upon taking the first sip and fall prone.
Oh no.
So you weren't awake for Oog going into his avatar state again. However, you pop up to the light fading as his head pops out of the jar, his crystal cauldron.
All right.
And you hear the information, but you definitely feel very spicy.
Mmm.
I pop my head back out and like, ooh, rise and
Mm.
shine, sunshine.
Why do I feel so mm, mm,
How do you
I
feel?
want to fight someone.
I was about to say everybody except for you knows that there was oog toxin in that coffee.
I look over at Tulio. I'm like, Tulio, what jar did you make your coffee in?
Oh, the one over there.
And yeah,
That
I
jar
it's
you.
gesture vaguely in the
it is
direction.
specifically one of the jars that you were using for the poisons, but it was somehow emptied out. And yeah, he just filled it with water right before, since it was the most accessible jar.
I look back over at Cromford. It looks like somebody thought you needed a little more spice in your coffee.
Ah, no. You know, fuck you.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, the other two didn't seem too down about it, and you look like you're up and raring to go with the day.
And Crunkford sent you one of these.
But yes, you could either explore the Golden Oaks a bit more if you so wish, or you could start heading back to town to maybe find a solution to your physical forms, or follow Oog's natural wisdom, let's call it,
Well,
or nature wisdom, I should say.
the mascot isn't really fucked up yet. I mean,
I honestly agree with that, and I really don't want to go talk to the cat.
ah, yeah, I can agree with that. That let's let's follow Oog.
All right.
I say
So if
he's
he
given.
like stops glowing, we just change direction, or
Oh no, he doesn't glow unless he's in his meditative state. He stopped as soon as he popped his head out earlier. Um,
So is this like when you're getting warmer, he'll glow brighter, or
you never know until you try.
It
Ah.
I'll
seems
say
like
this
whatever.
is new territory for Oog as well.
I seem to see power that could be helpful for us to go back to the way we were in the direction of the Blue Pines.
well,
And,
all right,
and it feels more friendly than the cat.
let's go.
I'll say your buffaloes are still out grazing.
I look over at Blood Sniffer. Would you be so kind as to help hitch the oxen? I don't have the best hands for the job, as it were.
I guess I
hitching the
will
dog.
do that as well.
I'll say they're technically most comfortable with and so far agreeable with Blood Sniffer to the point that he could just whistle in their come over. But yeah, as Blood calls them over, you two get them all harnessed up and ready to go. Did y'all already attach the other 2 carts, or are they just sitting by?
They're attached. Whenever we got here, we caravanned them together.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm.
Oh, good.
So yeah, you're off and ready to go. The Slimy Slueths are at it again. You start heading up the trail. And as you do, I'm gonna say, where's everyone at on the cart as you travel? Should be my first question.
I'm chilling inside of the cart right now.
I'm
I'd
in
be
my
up on
jar
top.
with a bow above my head and 2 knives in my jar.
Sitting on the back up top.
So yeah, Kronk, give me a perception check.
Well, let me grab a different d20. All right, here we go. Fuck. Okay. Hmm. 14.
So
14?
as you're traveling, you're looking around and you look back on the trail and you notice that somehow the path that you've been traveling on, and I've traveled a couple times now, seems to now be disappearing as soon as it gets out of sight, like 40, 50 yards.
Tulio, get up here.
What's
Now.
going on? What's
Oog,
going on now?
up here. We got a problem. The road is disappearing behind us.
Well, I'm not sure what exactly you expect me to do.
I don't know. Just telling you, if we get fucked out here, we're not gonna be able to leave.
Well,
At least not the
to
way.
be fair, we're already kind of fucked out here, considering we've
If we
got
get
2 rabbit
more
things,
fucked,
and then
it's possible to get more fucked than we already are.
unfortunately.
Yes,
Do
as
they look
you,
like they're trying to shit themselves right now?
they look slightly panicked. I wouldn't say they're speaking telepathically right now. But yes. anyone that looks behind the cart will definitely notice that the traveling path seems to be disappearing the further you get.
I'm gonna drop back in my jar and do a little bit of meditation to see if I can see any change to my hunch.
Give me a nature check.
That will be a whopping 12. No, that's 18. So 18,
Okay.
20, 21, 22.
So, with that, you would be able to see with your mind's eye the path behind you isn't disappearing, as it were, but it does seem to be getting almost like two crashing waves. Gold energies are enveloping the road that has been passed by behind you.
Does it feel like we're at a crossroads of multiple pathways of light?
No, this feels more like unnatural shiftings of the energy to purposefully do this.
So it feels like we're being guided, like we're being trapped into whatever we're walking into.
More of pushed out of the golden oaks, I would say.
Okay, well, that's reasonable.
Well, we only have half a fragment. We need the other half. I hope it's not the cat.
That'd be problematic.
All that I will say towards that is the Erwin are the only ones with the spark you guys are seeking, and they are specifically native to the golden oaks.
Okay.
As far as you can tell, the other entities that you have met outside of this specific area are not tied to it at all.
So we need to
So
stop.
we need to stop, go back, do some stabby, and then leave.
Well, we can't go back, but we can stop, it seems.
Can you still see the golden oaks as I pop to the surface with my eyes
All around
closed?
us.
Everywhere.
You'd
Yeah.
be getting close to the terrace ramp, but yes, at the moment you are completely surrounded by golden oaks, and behind you, yeah, it just seems like the forest is eating the road itself.
Now I
So yeah, we
open my
probably
eyes
need to
and look down at
get
them
the other
like,
half of that.
if we have business, we need to do it now, apparently. The way will be sealed otherwise.
To be fair,
Well,
I don't think we made ourselves very welcome when we came through here the first time.
I didn't say
First
it
time,
wasn't
second
wanted.
time, third time.
I blame Tulio for that,
Why me? What did I do?
because I
How
died
did
the
you die
first time,
again?
protecting you.
Right. How are you protect? Well, never mind. Anyways,
I believe one of you pissed it off. I was just trying to help.
And at this
Piss
point,
it off.
you all would be making it to the terrace ramp up into the golden sands.
Stop the cart.
who's
As the
driving the
cart
cart?
stops near, or I would say right on the ramp, and you look back at the road and it's completely gone. Not even a footpath remains.
Well, that's that.
Well, shit.
You could either try and venturing into the Golden Oaks again, because nothing's stopping you from going back. It's just seeming very unwelcoming. Or you can continue through the sands onto the blue forest biome. I say if you wanted to beeline it over there, it would take you about a day. If you wanted to stop and interact, that's a whole different scenario.
Mm-hmm. Well, it looks like we can at least come back. It's just gonna be as difficult as it is now.
Can I like look through my spear around and see, just to make sure that the giant glowy beacon is inside of the golden oaks?
Mm-hmm. So as you look through, you honestly can see still can you can still see the golden spire that stretches far off into the distant sky. However, you also notice that the golden oaks that used to you could see the roads, ley lines, and the trees' general energetics around you now just seems like a giant wall of golden energy.
Hmm.
Was it a pissed off? Or well, shit.
More of like, I feel it's gonna be really difficult to get back in there,
Well, shit.
and we kind of still need to, from what I'm understanding.
Shit.
That
Well,
is where the spire is in the golden oaks, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can always go in on foot.
yeah, and we could go and find some shit that's got some fire damage to it.
These are all good points.
Last thing we fought was a rock.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
nice
I
thing you
can't
find
really
rock.
argue with that logic.
I'm just putting that out there.
But if we're going to find the spark or whatever,
I'll say right now you could either go for the main storyline, which is the sparks, or you could figure out how to fix your bodies.
I'd like to fix my body.
Yeah. What's really important? Our bodies or finding
Our
the spark?
bodies. The side quest is definitely the most important right now.
I'm kind of liking my antlers, and I have no clue on how to fix
Well,
it.
I get that, but like, how big is he? Is he like normal size?
Oh yeah, no,
Or-
he only dropped a few inches like everyone else. He didn't lose
Oh,
much actual height. He's just
really
kind
hope.
of a
Okay,
different
well,
animal now.
do we want to
Do-
go and see if we can ski? Well, I'm more
Do-
susceptible to fire. That's the
Maybe.
problem.
Do you have a way to fix what that jolly bastard did to us, or do we just gotta wait it out?
It's probably
you have a
wait it
lead?
out. I have a hunch.
To be
Hunches?
fair, Oog's hunches have not been wrong yet.
I can run with the hunch if that's the direction the crew wants to go.
Because our chances of surviving little adventures drops severely when we separate.
To the hunch it is.
All right,
Point the way, slimy butt.
I go back for meditation.
I mean, yeah, it's just the road at this point.
I point back to the road and be like, continue the direction we're going.
I make sure I'm on the cart.
I didn't leave my pot.
I was about to say, I don't think anyone actually left the cart.
Okay.
But yes, as you leave the Golden Oaks, you can clearly see from the top of the ramp that even from above, the road seems to have been completely enveloped by the forest. Moving into the sands and traveling through, as you know, is rather safe. It's a pretty barren terrace. Do you guys want to try to explore this a little bit, or just follow on hardline the trail Oog is laying before you?
I'm gonna keep meditating in my pot.
I want to watch for tracks for things to hunt or tracks that don't fit with the desert environment
Give me a roll.
necessarily.
Last time I varied from my group, I died.
Perception or investigation?
Investigation.
Perfect. Hell yeah.
Since you have a specific intent in looking, I would say investigation.
Mm,
Perception is more of what do I notice in the general area.
12 plus 7. So 19?
You would see some very shiny purple ooze, but that seems to be the only variation in this biome. All the sands seem to be smooth. The winds are constant, so any tracks left 12 hours prior would be gone.
Is the crystal pot hanging near the driver's bench or does it hang off the back porch?
No, it's on the front porch on the right side, more towards the actual wall of Mudka's front. So it's
Are
like
you back in
10,
your
15
pot,
feet
Oogie?
from you. Yeah.
Yep. I'm
And you'd be
bobbing.
able to see, yeah, this like very faint outline of the jackalope and the purple ooze.
I'm going to take my little index claw of my jackalope hand and tap on the fish bowl to get Oogie's attention. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh yeah, I'm bobbing at the top.
Yeah, but you were in your
So,
meditative state, so they would have to interact to get your attention. But yes,
Gotcha.
so
Yes.
have you been this way before? Because I'm seeing funky purple
Yes.
slime that looks suspiciously like yours.
Yes, that would be mine. I did a little bit of surveying up here to figure out where we were for a minute.
Okay.
Because a couple of our party were unconscious,
Mm,
and I had to figure out what the fuck was going on and what our options were.
okay. We keep trundling along the trail.
wonderful. About midday, you would be passing the oasis again off in the distance.
Do you like riddles? I shout down to Blood Sniffer.
Not particularly unless it's involved in a job.
Well, there's an oasis around here with a very powerful individual, feline of nature, that likes to play games with riddles. And the stakes are quite high, so stay away from the oasis unless you like riddles.
Okay. So don't go to the oasis. It's got nothing to do with your hunchy. Okay. Continuing
Well,
down the trail.
we can visit, it's just don't go striking deals with the inhabitant. And don't piss it off.
Yeah. I'm not so good at the no pissy off thing.
Leave
Yeah.
pretty kitty alone, is what he's saying.
We continue down the road unless someone countermands me at the reins.
I chuckle as I sink back into the pop.
Beautiful. So you continue traveling throughout the day. Again, there's not much going on in this terrace. It seems to be very focused on the oasis and or the protector of said. You make it through the day into the next terrace ramp up into the frosty uh, blue pine forest. As you enter, you notice that the blue glow quickly takes over from the orange sunset to your west. As you travel in and through for about another hour, you would come upon a small clearing that you don't particularly remember coming into this, but it is a ways from where you met up with Chris Crinkle, or more so, he found you. And you see a rather rough individual sitting on a freshly chopped down tree stump with a very large hammer sitting in front of him. Just chilling. It's like 30, 40 feet off of the actual road path if you would like to investigate or interact.
Oh, stranger, how's the logging been?
He looks up at you. Logging?
Well, unless you're just sitting on the stump for convenience sake. I don't know. It just appears to be what you may or may not have been up to.
Oh, I'm no woodsman.
Mm.
I'm simply here waiting for the next challenger.
Mm. Anyone in the cart feel like being a challenger?
You say
Challenger on what?
I don't know. This dude's just chilling.
If you wish to
challenge
take
for
the
what?
challenge, it's a test of strength. Simply beat me one-on-one. All I have is my hammer.
Stop the car. I got this.
What do we get if we win?
Oh.
I can grant you one of my magical cards.
I'll take you up on it.
Form a queue. Be polite, you heathens.
I said it first.
Am I still conscious?
I
Yes.
believe I challenged him first.
I'll
Well,
with
Prog, let me
withdraw.
have this.
That's say, Oog, you
Stop
technically
with the
have like
card.
another hour before your hibernation would set
Julio.
in.
Okay. I bobbed
My
the top
good
since I
sir.
noticed the cart stop.
Your strength is shit.
Just let me try it.
But
Come on, I'm
yes.
really good if I'm just fighting one person. I promise you.
But when he beat your ass,
No, I got this.
As you
don't
guys
hurt him to death.
argue about
Cheating. We've
I'm not
been
talking about cheating.
who's
I could actually do this.
I'll step off the cart and approach the man.
all right. You got this, Tulio. Do it.
while you guys are arguing about who's going first, a magic circle with unknown runes would form around this man. In the same blue hue of the trees around him. The first to enter the circle is the first challenger. But if anybody else steps in, the rules have been broken.
Well, I want to fight it. I'm heading over there.
So technically, I think Blood was the first to approach.
I know.
So
I won't walk through the circle if he gets in there before me.
yeah,
I'm
I
just-
think
I'm
he
just
would be
moseying.
taking a
I'm
step
in-
in as soon as you two are like, not Tulio.
I'm sure. I'm just upset about it. So I'm gonna go over and watch, but I want to fight.
Which is fair. Everyone will be will have a chance. But as soon as Blood steps into this ring, it wouldn't be like a protective barrier of any nature. It's purely a
Just contract
boundary
magic,
for, yes, the challenger that steps into it has agreed of a one-on-one battle.
yeah.
So as soon as you do, Blood, you get a much better view of this individual as you step into the ring. As soon as you do, he grabs his hammer with one hand and lifts it up, and this is like a solid grade hammer, the head of which is far larger than most any hammer you've seen before, and the handle is his full body height, which is about 6'6".
Mm.
And you just see this absolutely roided out old man pick up his hammer and stare at you with piercing blue eyes. Are you ready?
Just un momento, por favor. Oh,
As soon as you say that, he sits down and back on a stump.
I'll cross draw my sickle and mace.
Mm-hmm.
Scratch over my heart. And then I'll smear a little blood on my sickle and on my mace to activate my Crimson Right.
Okay.
On my weapons. Which I need to roll a d6 to see how much damage I'm taking. Okay. Good damage. And now I add a d6 to both weapons. For damage rolls.
Okay.
Do
He's still sitting on the stump, waiting for you to
Anytime
get
you're-
prepped.
anytime we're ready, let's go.
As soon as you say go, he disappears from the stump. And give me a flat roll.
Five.
He denozos you in the back of the head. You take 2 points of damage, and as soon as your head bounces back up, he's back sitting on the stump.
Okay.
Your move.
Mm-hmm. I know I've got a thing.
Click.
I'll hit him with my. Am I within 30 feet of the dude?
Yes, the radius of the ring is 45 feet, and the center is where he's at, so you're about 30 if you're just stepped in and didn't really approach.
I'm just gonna hit him with blood curse of binding.
And what does that do?
He'll DC of 12 strength. If he doesn't, he'll probably beat it. But if he doesn't beat it, he can't move. That's it. It's the names on the tin.
He got a 14.
Raggy.
You're trying a strength check against roided grandpa.
Okay.
Ooh, I actually have a perfect image in mind of who this person looks like, slightly altered.
Roshi.
Not Roshi.
I was going to go with the old man from Bleach.
Yeah.
That would be a good one. He
That'd be a
doesn't
good
have a
one.
Captain
beard
Yamato.
though.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yes, the Bleach character Yamato does, but this character in my game does not.
Yeah, I know. They said the old man from Bleach. I was like, oh, you mean Captain Yamato? Because my fucking autism activated.
Ew.
You're good.
There's also the butcher from Full Metal Alchemist. Be a good.
He's not
option.
really old though.
He's not old, but he's
He's
got
like 43.
ooh, mustache man.
Oh no, he does have a mustache. I'm trying to find the correct image. There we go. There it is.
Is this a bonus action?
So while he's sitting on the stump, he looks very much like
That's a bonus action, and I think my Crimson Right was
this.
bonus action.
But anytime he takes a step or stands up, he very much looks like this.
Gotcha.
Holy shit. All right.
Yes.
But no, if he's sitting on his stump, his eyes are very much closed. He does have the mustache, but no facial hair. And yes, the very long eyebrows are definitely still intact.
Yes.
Mm,
But yes, do you have anything else for your turn, or is it my turn?
if you'll let me, I'd like to down my mutagen
Can I give him inspiration?
bottle of clarity, which will up my dex by 3 points.
Do you have a musical instrument, sir?
Yeah, can I play my drums and
I
give
mean, you
him
can.
inspiration? All right, then
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
I'll
With
pop
that-
the cork and throw back the little bottle that's been on my belt for my
Oog, are you stopping Kronk?
formula
No.
clarity.
I'm gonna give him a side eye, but I'm just gonna keep on humming up there in my jar.
Okay. Beautiful.
Do I notice the side eye?
If you're up next to the ring, no, because he's still in his crystal cauldron.
I'm gonna tap on the side of the
I'd,
jar with
I'd
one of my
still be,
knives.
I'd still very much
Ooh,
be
no.
in the cart
I have
because me and
claws.
Tulio had to talk about that.
I've got bunny
Oh,
claws
did only
now, so
Tulio walk up to the ring to watch?
Yeah,
Okay.
then
You're watching from the porch, then
watching
yes,
from the
you would be able
cart.
to heal or Oog, like tap on the glass, but you wouldn't directly see him. He's behind you at this point.
Then I go back and
He's on the right
talk
side of the
to-
cart, whereas this is happening off the left side.
all right. Then I go and talk to Oog and see what he's got to say. He's got to be
That might
tapping
be
for a
s-
reason.
that might be seen as interference. Do you really want to fuck with shit?
Well,
And to
I-
be
I-
fair, is this before or after he gives him inspiration? Because you wouldn't necessarily know what he's about to do unless you just see him pull out the drums and you're like, ah.
I would tap on the jar as soon as I saw the drums move.
Okay, I'll take that.
But no.
Yeah.
But yeah,
The DM will let me down my
I have died once.
Okay, then this is his fight, so we cannot help.
Fine.
He did say it.
I'll let you down the potion.
Haven't you
He's
watched
our-
anime? We're supposed to sit here and commentate.
because yeah,
Mhm.
it's pretty much like a Witcher potion. It's I'm the only one that can take them. But yeah, it
Yeah.
ups my dex by 3, pushing me to 19 as my base number for a bit.
Okay, no problem. But is
Oh,
that
he
it for
just
your
drank
turn?
a potion.
All right, then I'm gonna go up and stand next to Tulio and fold my arms like
Oh yes, you're the
everybody's
Joe
favorite
Turo of the commentator
Namekian.
crew.
And I'm just gonna sit there and look at him and like, mm-hmm.
Yep, he's the Joe Turo of the commentator crew.
I mean,
Do you still have your drums out?
no, I left him on the porch.
Okay.
He's got more though.
But yeah, is that your turn?
I do have
Blood.
a tambourine.
That should be. I took
Okay.
2 actions. I took an action and a bonus action.
And your bonus.
So.
Yep. Wonderful. So, at this point, he would be standing in front of the. Or no, he went back to sitting on the stump, so he's chilling there. He's still very much relaxed as far as you can tell.
Mm.
And he makes a simple gesture, picks up his hammer, and starts to walk towards you. But he does not make it to you. He's about 10 feet away now.
Mm. I'll take 2 steps forward and I'll do an opening swing with my mace and a follow up with my sickle.
Roll to hit.
Mace is a 13 to hit.
No hit. That's a whiff.
Sickle is dog shit, a 10.
So yes, both of your opening moves fail to make contact, but your aim and everything was almost perfectly exact, but it seems almost as if the space around you shifted slightly just for him to be able to dodge it. Anything else? Because you'd still have movement.
Just for shits and giggles, I'll move past him. And as I'm walking by, I'll try and hit him with another blood curse of binding since I got a bonus action. I'll burn it.
So he doesn't take the curse. He got a
Okay.
15 on that. but as you try to move past him, he clotheslines you and knocks you prone.
That's fair.
He goes for a straight headshot with his hammer with the largest arc that everyone else can see almost in slow motion. And it comes
Oh my god,
down
he's gonna die.
right next to your
yeah.
head and makes the powder
Never mind.
almost take up the entire rink in a smoke screen of fresh dust, snow. So your visibility is low and you're laying prone now. Not quite
I'm
sure where
gon-
he's at.
I'm gonna
But there's a nice
do the
crater next to
cool
your head.
helicopter kick to get up.
Acrobatics?
Yep. And that roll is 14.
Okay, you're able to do it. The snow is a little bit of an odd terrain for you, but you are able to get back up. I think from this point, the onlookers can see you, but the old man has disappeared.
Mm, I'll move like 15 feet laterally to the right and try and look around and find the old codger.
Cat, as you do, you would just see a slight glimmer from the hammer and the light within the snow screen. Doesn't seem like he's moving much.
Mm, I'll swap my sickle out for my light crossbow and just try and jag a shot at where I see the shimmer.
Okay, roll to hit.
Uh, 16 to hit.
Okay. So you fire your arrow at this glimmering spot, and it connects, but it tings off. You hit the hammerhead.
Hey, I'll take it.
But yeah, anything else for your turn?
Um, I'll switch back. I'll drop the crossbow and re-pick up my sickle.
Okay.
But that's about it. And then, can I drop into a guard? Let me see. Disengage, dodge, grapple, hide. So I guess technically I'll drop into a ready stance.
Okay.
So I can react to anything.
As you do, the snow starts to settle a bit, and you realize that what you were aiming at and hit was purely just the hammer stuck into the ground with the head up. And you still don't see the old coot anywhere.
Mm. I'll kick behind me.
Roll to hit.
14 to hit.
No hit. As you go, are you like donkey kicking?
Yeah, I'm donkey kicking behind me.
Wonderful.
But I'll like bend down to do hands on floor. So it's like a capoeira donkey kick.
Okay. Perfect. As you do, You feel a very large, muscly hand grab your ankle, and you get thrown out of the ring as it dissipates. Is that all you
Here's my
have?
Acrobatics check to gracefully land this.
Go for it. But yes, Tulio, if you would like, you could step into the ring as soon as you see
Now
him
I roll
fly out.
decently. A fucking 18.
So yeah, you get thrown out, but since you are already kind of in the position, you land rather easily on, yeah, your little rabbit hunches or big rabbit hunches.
Before I step in, I'll go ahead and summon up my spear.
Cap. But you are the next to step in as soon as he gets thrown out.
Oh yeah.
Wonderful. As you step into the ring and the light reappears from the barrier, the snow screen will have fully settled at this point, and you see him sitting on the stump, eyes closed, the hammer still like 10 feet ahead of him with the bottom of it stuck into the ground and the head upright, perfectly like in between you.
Okay.
You have first move.
All right. Hexblade's Curse, bonus action. So
Okay.
on that one, it's basically like a hunter's mark.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty great because I get a +3 to damage rolls, and I score a critical hit on 19 or 20. So that's a fun one.
About to say, that's a targeted spell on yourself.
On him.
Give me a roll. Flat roll right now.
Okay.
So it's a curse?
Sort of. It's
In a
basically
way.
like a hunter's mark.
Yeah.
That's an 11.
Roll again.
15.
Wonderful. As you try to cast this, you would see his eyes open to that piercing blue, and you just, not necessarily hear, but you hear almost like a fiddle string snap as your attempt to cast this spell fails or is countered.
Okay.
You see a slight grin start to form on his face. He stands up and starts walking towards his hammer.
Shadow of Moil is the actual cast that I'm doing because the other one is a feature. So yeah, I'm gonna cast using my action Shadow of Moil, which is on myself.
Okay.
So flame-like shadows wreath my body until the spell ends. It is concentration, and if anything hits me, it will take 2d8 necrotic damage.
Wonderful.
And that will be my turn. That's bonus action and action. And I'm gonna just be ready for him to come at me since he's walking. It's not like an actual ready stance, but just
Yeah, no, I get you.
thematically.
So, as he walks up to his hammer, he's about 15 feet from you. He picks it up and gets into a very readied stance with both hands on his hammer, kind of choked up on the head. And he almost goes down into a horse stance, kind of like a squat. And he doesn't move. Your turn.
Oh, you said he's 15 feet from me?
Correct.
Okay. Well, looks like I don't feel, so we're gonna just see. With the spear, you said I have like 10-foot reach, not 5-foot.
Correct.
Okay.
With your
So
spear, yeah.
I'll walk up 5 feet and I will throw 2 attacks with the spear.
Cut. Roll to hit.
The first one. So that's not gonna hit. That's an 11.
Yeah, no hit.
Yeah. Let's see. That one might. A 19.
19 hits.
All right. So let's see. 8. That's gonna be 5 damage on that second hit.
Wonderful. As you, how would you like to hit him? Because he's not moving.
I just take like 2 quick stabs, like so the first one just misses, and the second one I'm assuming is just like a nick or something like that, since 5 damage.
Oh no,
I'm just
I'd
like
say
doing
the
2
second
quick
one you
little
hit him
pokes.
square in the chest.
Okay. I'm just like throwing 2 quick spear pokes. You know, like how in like Eastern like
Yeah.
martial arts movies, they take like the Guandowns, that 2 quick thrust, like
Yeah, I know what you're
forward as
talking
they
about.
move. Yeah, exactly that.
Wonderful. But yes, the
I
first
know how to
one
fight a sword.
whiffs as he moves his head or torso just slightly, but the second one hits square to his chest, and that grin slowly becomes a full-on smile. Not quite teeth-bearing, but a smile. It's his turn again. Okay, the dice have spoken. After you make the first contact and hit, and he starts to smile, almost like the first round, he disappears again. However, this time you simply feel a breeze, almost like a whirlwind or dust devil just picked up around you for a split second before you see him back at the stump, sitting with his hammer next to him.
Hmm. Let's. The stump's how far away from me?
Currently 20.
20. Uh, I did it before this fight. I just need to mark it off. Okay, okay. I can. Okay. So in that case, let's use. You know what? We're gonna walk up. You said it's like 20 feet from me.
Correct.
Okay. We'll walk up another 10 and we'll fire off an Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
So Eldritch Blast is rolled a hit. Rolled a hit with a +8 on that one. So 24 to hit. So I'm assuming that one hits.
Yes.
And then that will be 2 damage.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so I advanced another 10 feet, so I've gone 15 feet towards the stump total and have smacked him for 5, 6, 7 damage
Mm-hmm.
total. Okay.
But yes,
And
as
then, yeah, we
you
chillin'.
bet. But yes, you crack off your black lightning, as it were, and it arcs over and makes contact. But he doesn't seem to move or twinge even a little bit as the electricity sparks through his body a bit. It is now his turn. And as soon as that happens, he starts to full on dead sprint at you. As he does, He raises but one fist to make a square impact on your chest. What's your AC? Okay, 17.
AC is 17.
So yes, he does manage to make contact and hit. And this blow does 10 points of damage as it almost feels like a thunderclap, but with one palm and your body as the other,
Okay.
as a wave of sound emanates from your chest as you get blown out of the circle.
Am I able to resist getting blown out of the circle at all?
Give me a strength check.
Not great at those, but I want to give it a shot because I want to fight this. An 11 for the strength check, so probably not.
Nah, you get full blown out. You can try to land it with an acrobatics move, but otherwise you're landing flat on your back like a solid 10 feet out of the ring.
I will try to land it, but I also want to get off my last little bit of damage on him because he would have been hit by the Shadow of Moil, which is 2d8.
Yep,
So
that would be
that's
valid.
3, so 6 total damage from that, and then acrobatics is going to be 11, so 21 for acrobatics.
So yes, you are able to do something in the air to land on your feet.
Just like a cat, you don't know exactly how it happened, but I'm somehow on my feet.
He did like some weird backflip using the momentum of the actual hit, because this was like an open palm strike too.
Yeah.
And yes, you land on your feet. The magical ring starts to fade again.
I step in.
Wonderful. Cronkford, you see him standing in the exact same place as he was that Tulio got knocked out of the ring from. So he's about 5 feet from you from the, or no, 10 feet from you from the corner of the ring.
Well, as gentlemen, I feel we should shake before we start this. Would you agree?
He raises his hand to do like the proper Vikings handshake.
I accept it.
You clasp each other's forearms and have a slight inkling of this man's true strength, as his grip could easily crush stone, bend metal without any magic.
Well,
He
this
shakes
is
your
gonna be-
hand and walks back to the stump and sits down. And I hope you know that the inflation and deflation of his muscle is happening every single time he sits down, and it is like a slow, like.
Okay.
He seems to be sitting there waiting for your first move.
Alright, how far am I from him?
25 from the stump.
I would like to move towards the stump.
How close you getting?
Okay, well, I'm gonna use invisibility on myself.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna get within 5 feet of him and use Thunderclap.
Can you use Thunderclap as a bonus? Because if you already cast invisibility, that would be your first spell.
Let's see. Spellcasting is a tricky bitch.
Yeah. Especially with how I have him made out, honestly.
Because it's a cantrip.
Invisibility.
Unfortunately, that doesn't always help you.
Yeah, that's still an
because-
action.
It will.
Yeah.
I should be able to get. Hold on.
Now that Tasha's exist, you can, once you get another feat, get the meta magic adept and get the ability to fucking quicken your spell.
Hold on. Okay. Bonus action. Nope. Don't get to use it.
Okay. Just wanted to confirm that. So yes,
Okay,
you
yeah.
go fully invisible and move up to pretty close. But as you pop out, essentially, the old man would simply turn his head to the left and the right, pick up his hammer, and smash it against the ground once more to create the snow cloud. And he can't see you, but now you also can't see him.
Okay.
You hear some giggling from the background. Ha 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 ha. This should be fun.
Oh shit.
It's your turn.
Okay.
Could thunderclap now and try to disperse the snow.
Ooh, okay. Do. I think I'd like to cast Dissonant Whispers. That's within 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to be able to see him or not? I don't remember.
For Dissident Whispers, you whisper a discordant melody. Any creature that can hear you. So everyone's getting hit with this, technically. If they don't make the save.
That
if
only one creature of your choice within range can hear.
Oh, yep, I didn't see that.
Just so I can save the party from rolling.
I'll say that's a DC Wisdom save of 12.
Mm. Yes, I believe so.
Okay. He passes.
Yeah.
So he takes half damage.
Okay.
Oog, are you still meditating in your pot?
Okay, so he takes 3
Yes.
damage then.
Okay.
Since I've been seeing some fun things, I decided to meditate in my pot while they're fighting to see what my mind's eye sees.
Beautiful. I need to do.
Okay. Then I guess that does it for my turn.
Okay. Sorry, I
Um,
was giving information on the side.
No, you're good.
And then it's my turn.
Yeah, because I'd still have invisibility up, right?
It gets dispelled if you use a spell.
Oh, okay.
Let me double check that.
If you use a spell, you take damage or you make an attack action. Invisibility.
A creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it is on the target's person. The spell ends for the target that attacks or casts a spell.
Okay.
I was saying you
Yeah,
don't have
so
level.
You can move and you can like call them rude names, but if you attack or try to cast something, you will uninvisible.
Yes. So you are tangible at the moment.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
But yeah, since
And
you did
punch you in the
Dissident
face.
Whispers, You'd still have the snow cloud or snow screen around you currently. Let's see what he does. Your AC is only 14.
Those Kronk die
I would like to summon my quarterstaff.
again.
You can do that on your next turn. Your Sun Wukong staff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that next turn since it does cost a bonus action to summon it. But
Okay.
for this turn,
Summoned with.
after you Dissident Whispers him and reappear within the smoke screen, you would feel almost as if a stampede of bulls are charging you. But you don't see anything. You don't see any shifts in the wind. But you can feel this energy building, and almost like a stampede is over you, but you still don't see anything. But he does not attack this turn.
Okay.
So you use a bonus action to summon Sun Wukong staff.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Then God damn, I should have hunters marked him. Fuck. I guess I take up in defensive posture.
Cut.
And that'll be that.
Wunderbar. Let me get my rolls in. That is a hit. And you are taking...
Oh, your HP. Pull a new character.
Right.
You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage. For... You are in defensive posture.
Yeah.
However, he's attacking from behind you. And you get knocked onto your face, almost dab nab in the middle of the circle at this point, and you're right next to his hammer. But you just got a open palm strike to the square of your back.
Okay. How much am I taking for that?
15.
Who's happy to see you?
15?
Yes.
Damn. Okay. Is it my turn or is he
Yeah,
still
it's your
gonna
turn.
whip my ass? Okay. I would like to rage.
Okay.
Okay. Um let's see the
Surprised you didn't rage earlier.
Yeah, right. Well, I was waiting for it.
Fair.
know.
But yes, what does your rage look like as your soldier self? Or no, marionette self.
Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby
So-
shark.
I don't know. Never really thought about that.
Do you get like a glow to your eyes? Does your hair change like all Super Saiyan like? Or like what you want to look like? Because it'll just be funnier once you describe
So
it.
it's like kind of hulky, right? So kind of like this dude where his
Okay.
muscles just go out. Only it's just enough to make the seams on everything just split just a little. So just enough to ruin my fucking clothes, but not enough to be like
So
overly impressive.
currently, all your clothes are painted onto the wood body. So
Fantastic.
as you Hulk out in this case, you do end up splitting a bit of your wood fibers and your joints and whatnot. But it just gives you like a fuzzy look.
There you go. Like a
Hmm.
porcupine almost.
Porcupine with micro needles, yeah.
Or hedgehog. There we
Yeah.
go.
Well,
Hedgehog.
smaller than hedgehog's needles still, but like, yeah. It's a body mass ratio. You're a little spiky now.
I'll take it.
But yeah, what you want to do now? You're raging.
All right. um Well, I guess I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna take my staff and I'm gonna swing it as hard as I fucking can in the direction that I figure the bench is where he'd be sitting.
I was about to say, you're currently like 5 feet away from it. Where he currently is standing is like essentially where you were previously standing.
So like I know for sure he's standing there.
Yeah, no, he's still standing there after his
Okay,
strike.
yeah, I'm gonna fucking stand up and fucking smack the shit out of him with my staff.
Beautiful, roll to hit.
Mm. Oh. Mm-mm. Do. Okay, that is a 16.
16 does not hit.
God damn it.
So, with this being the first time you're actually using your staff in combat, you don't have the extension aspect of it quite fully understood. So, whenever you go to swing, it does or not fully, but it does extend, but not fully to make contact with him. But you are able to clear the snow screen that is around you and the field so that everyone can actually see everyone again.
Okay.
Anything else?
What spells can I use as a bonus action real quick? Yeah, fuck it. Yeah. Um, Back into a defensive posture, and that'll end it.
Okay. So, similar to the other times, he simply stands there and stares at you until your eyes no longer perceive him. He has moved somewhere, but you're not sure where. When you go to look around, you notice a hand, almost as if it's cradling you from behind, reach around you and grab the handle of his hammer. He pulls it out and does a big like over the head swing, circular swing. He doesn't do damage, but he knocks you very close to the circle ring. Your move.
All right. I'm still in rage.
Yeah, since you didn't take damage, I'll give that to you, but technically upon getting touched by the enemy, your rage ends. But I think the actual wording is when taking damage. I need to find.
Hey, what's this
Yeah, there's
wild
range.
surge?
Wild magic. You don't have control of that, but you can use it. Someone else knows of wild magic in the party, but
Yeah, I
you
know
don't
he
know what it
does.
does. You, as Krongford, have no clue what that is. You just see it in your spell repertoire.
I can use it while I'm raging.
Oh, your rage also ends if you haven't successfully attacked an opponent
Ooh.
Oh.
since your
Okay.
last turn. So yeah, sadly your rage does end, but you're still a
Okay.
little like spiky and fuzzy.
Then I.
And you can only rage 2 more times before your next long rest.
So how close am I to him?
Currently you would be about 20 feet since you got knocked about 5 feet away from the outer circle, and he's back in the center.
All right, I'm gonna run up on him to hit him.
Wonderful. Roll to hit.
Gonna use luck. Shouldn't have used luck.
Mm.
Okay.
It'd be
That
that way.
is a. That was a 15.
Ready? So as you charge up and strike, he would simply raise his hammer and block it with the head. And you just feel as if you hit a metal bat through a giant boulder, and it just vibrates through your body a little bit. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Wonderful. And with that, as soon as he blocks your attack, he brings his hammer down to the right side in a crescent swing and hits you square in the side. And you get knocked out of the ring. You take 10 more points of damage.
Great. So, who all's hurt?
Ooh. I was about to say, you are bloodied. And Tulio, did you take damage? I need to refresh the
10
page.
points.
10? Okay. Then I'll add that. But I don't think anyone else has taken damage. You are honestly hurting. You have probably a broken rib. Your back doesn't feel great. You definitely should probably see a chiropractor. But you ain't feeling great with your 7 hit points out of 32.
I might go in to the cart and find whatever it is and fucking heal myself.
I don't think Mudka has any healing items. You
Oh,
have healing
shit.
spells and healing
All right,
and
well then-
poison. You have poison in Mudkas, but
then I'm gonna go ahead and use a healing word on myself.
what words do you say to heal yourself?
This shit hurts. Fix
Beautiful.
it.
Yep. Go ahead and take your whatever that gives you back. Where is that?
11.
Wonderful. Beautiful. You see, or the rest of the squad of the Slimy Slueths sees the old man walk back to the stump and sit down and close his eyes. Next challenger?
Ooh, want to give it a try?
Did I notice anything while I was meditating?
I sent you a message of what you noticed.
Oh,
It was a direct line, so you'll have to check.
okay.
I didn't put it in the general party. No cheatsing. This is only Oog information.
I'm looking in my OOG only information. I do not see it.
Probably like a DM, not in like the
Yeah, an actual direct
Yeah.
message.
I don't even know where my messages are.
I'm gonna run up there real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, usually I get a notification. That's why I was a little bit surprised. Which you wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, no, I set that to Red Gremlin. That's very odd. So Ooglogger's dreams is where I'm gonna put it. Nobody else can see it.
Yep,
Mm.
that's where I thought you were gonna put it. Okay, yes, I would like to duel this man.
Wonderful.
I hop out to my pot. And I take a staff out of my inventory. Or from Cronkford if I don't have one.
In your inventory, you have a javelin, but I think that's it for long striking. Outside of like your longbow, crossbow, or blowgun.
I'll take out my javelin and I'll wrap a piece of leather around the blade.
Okay. I mean, you could ask for Cronkford's Sun Wukong staff. He can gift it and give it to others to use. It just won't necessarily have all the abilities, and he can recall it at any time. But
That's true, but I feel like my weapons would be more built for my size and what I'm used
I
to.
feel like I would be a dick halfway through his fight.
and recall it.
And recall it.
There's always
Yeah.
that possibility, but I'm just
would
used
that
to
count
feel
as
my weapon.
interference in his fight though?
Yes.
Oh, that would count as interference. Never mind.
And you'd forget that little detail.
Yeah, what?
But anywho, I take out my blunted javelin.
Yep.
I go into the circle. I'm like, let's see if I'm any better.
So whenever you step into the circle, he immediately opens his eyes, stands up, and gets into a ready position with his hammer in both hands. Your move.
I go in for the first strike, aiming for a knee.
Roll to hit.
I get
He's rolling metal dice.
14. Yes, I am.
You can hear that then.
Sadly,
Just
a 14 does not hit, but you do make it up to him without any interference. And as you go for your knee strike, he simply like crescent steps out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
I'd like to prepare to dodge.
Wonderful. So, since you're prepared to dodge, you automatically take the action once he gets ready to strike. When he does, it almost feels like he wasn't aiming at you at all or just really failed at this swing. But it comes down and completely whiffs and hits him in the big toe. He takes a few points of damage.
I'd like.
And it's your
I
turn again.
guess.
That's the first one he's ever rolled.
It's like, well, that's a little bit embarrassing, sir. And I go in for a strike to the ribs.
Okay, roll the hit.
$13.
Is this an unarmed strike?
Yes.
13 does not hit, but go ahead and roll a d6 for your acid splash damage. Because you're still very slimy.
Yes, I is. That'd be a 2.
Okay. So as you go to do the strike, it feels like you punched a brick wall, but you can smell the sickly sweet, acidic burning. Almost smells like your coffee this morning. But he takes the hit square. And at this point, he would have a full teeth-bearing grin. Almost demonic in nature. And
I'd like to prepare to dodge again.
it was a little too late for that.
Okay.
So he goes up and, in a manner of speaking, with respect, full, like, closed fist uppercuts you in the gut, and you get lifted about 10 feet into the air before you start coming back down, and you take...
I'd like to try to land on my feet.
Yep, give me an acrobatics.
That'd be a 17.
Okay, you're able to land it. However, once you do, you realize that this has broken at least 3 of your ribs, as you have taken...
I respond with the biggest
18.
grin I could put on my face.
Beautiful. But yes, you get hit with 18 bludgeoning damage.
And I just start humming a tune like I'm at a state fair.
Beautiful. It is your turn. Ooh.
I go in for a wild strike with the javelin.
Roll the hit.
That would be a 16.
16 does not hit.
I didn't think it would. And then I pull back and prepare to react to his attack.
Beautiful.
My character is just treating this like a dance.
Probably not the worst thing to do.
He just sees that as a great opportunity to fight with a proper foe. Or a proper duelist.
Ah, beautiful. So at this point, you two would essentially be face to face. And because yes, you got launched into the air, but you didn't really move backwards. You kind of went straight up and down.
Yeah.
But as you land and ready for his next attack, I think you would only get a split second seeing the glimmer of the hammerhead as it comes across and it knocks you out of the ring. However, you notice upon landing that you're missing one of your jackalope horns. It is laying on the ground, covered in slime and ooh.
Well, that's funny. I didn't plan on keeping that anyways.
But yes, you have been knocked out of the ring.
And
Oh.
I've lost.
The old man goes back to sitting on the stump. Anyone else?
I think everyone's given their try. Can we go for another?
Why, of course. I will not stop a challenger.
I go in for another round.
Beautiful. As you do, he stands up and walks right up to you and presents a hand for a shake.
I shake his hand.
Beautiful. As he grabs your bunny arm in a shake of acknowledgement, that grin, full teeth baring, comes back as you hear a bit of his skin sizzle and turn black and necrotic. He steps back about 10 feet and picks up his hammer with the same hand. Your move, Oog.
I make sure I'm in the ring.
You
and I
are.
go. Let's see.
You're currently at the edge of the ring on the side of the cart and everyone else. But if you stepped in to shake his hand, you are right inside the ring.
And he's facing me, right?
Yes, he is currently facing you
Okay.
just in front of his stump at the center.
Then I go in to get a strike at his wrist, holding the hammer.
Roll to hit.
Ooh. That'd be 22.
Beautiful, that hits. Roll damage.
That's a D20 or a D6.
6.
That'd be your d6 for your javelin, yeah.
4.
Plus 7. Beautiful. So you make contact and hit his wrist almost square. It doesn't disarm him, but it does throw his weaponized hand back a bit and out of the way. Do you have any other moves?
As I pull back, since I would throw him off kilter a little bit, would that throw his opposite hand forward?
I wouldn't say his opposite hand moved forward. I think it's staying pretty stationary.
Okay. Then as I pull back, I'd like to see if I can tap his shoulder as I retreat. Not really trying to cause damage, but just saying I can tap his shoulder as I retreat.
Yeah, give me a dex check. So, d20 plus 5.
That's a 21.
Beautiful. So yes, you are able to tap and retreat without issue.
And I prepare to dodge because I know I probably can't see when he moves. But I wait for his attack.
Beautiful. Let's see. Let's see. Beautiful. Ooh. So, on this turn, I think he simply sits back down on his stump for a second and waits for you to approach again.
I ask it, 'tis it not your turn to attack, sir?
It is, but I feel like sitting.
Hmm. Why do you wait for challengers here?
Because it's fun. You never
You're
know
here
what strength you can find out on the trail.
here for the entertainment and for the strength you might find?
Indeed. I wish to know all adventurers in my lands.
Whether they are worthy of being called adventurers, no?
Some are. Some are merely travelers.
Nothing wrong with that. I go in and see if I can tap the side of his other shoulder.
To do damage or just to tap?
Just a tap.
Give me a dex check.
That'd be... That'd be a 24.
So yes, you are able almost nonchalantly just walk up and tap his shoulder. Why do you keep tapping my shoulders?
This is a duel, not a duel to the death, as I understood it. I am
Some
trying
may
to
see
show
this as a
finesse.
duel, but this is a test of strength, my slimy friend.
Your strength? I have dexterity, my strength is in my movement skills. If I added poison to these strikes, would they not have more strength than those stronger than me?
All depends on how one defines strength. If you wish to be tested in agility, we can do that as well.
True enough.
Would you rather take a test of agility instead?
Yes, let's see how I fare, since I have failed the strength of might.
Very well. He drops his hammer to his side and gets down onto one knee. Whoever
I
can jump highest wins.
Alrighty. I prepare to jump as high as I've ever jumped.
So with this, I'm gonna say acrobatics plus strength. So roll for your acrobatics check and then add your strength modifier on top of. So acrobatics is dex based, so you'd have a +5,
Mm-hmm.
and then a +4 for strength addition. So +9 to whatever your roll is.
Mm-hmm. Oof. That's only a 14.
You manage to jump about 20 feet in the air. As you come back down and land, and the powder plumes around your feet. That was pretty good. It's been a minute since I've done this.
I'm sure you'll
He
reach the stars.
he almost as if you were looking through your mind's eye, you can see an energy force almost being pulled out of the land through the stump and into him. And he jumps and disappears into the night sky. When he reappears, he is not in front of you, but behind you. Not even a plume of smoke or of snow has been
Disturbed.
tussled or disturbed. He taps you on the shoulder. I think I won.
I think you did. I step outside of the circle.
As soon as you do, he grabs your shoulder and hands you a card. Whereas you did not best me, I quite enjoyed our little challenges. He hands you a singular card from the deck of many things that simply says wish.
Motherfucker.
Oh, you done fucked up, Tulio.
Eh, I just failed. It's not that big a deal.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
All that I will say is be careful, because once you utter a I wish statement, it is done.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Uh-huh. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this.
And I think Tulio would have been the only one to properly notice, but he pulled it out of a literal like deck box made out of wood that seems to have way more wish cards in there.
Oh, okay.
Like he has a deck of many things, but they're all wish.
Okay.
I slide,
Comforting.
I palm the
Is
card,
it?
and I walk back over to my jar after thanking him
Wonderful.
for
After
the entertainment.
after he presents you with your prize, he goes back to his stump and sits down.
You have an agility challenge. Do you have a charisma challenge?
Sadly, no. I'm not one for the charismatic ways, as it were.
That's fair.
Physical feats are my best aptitude and best way to rank adventurers.
How much time would you say has passed since I fought him? I know that fights don't take very 20 minutes.
Each of these fights have lasted maybe for Oog like 5 minutes. For Cronkford, that lasted about 4 minutes. And your fight was the shortest of the all of them at like
Yeah.
2, maybe 1.5 minutes.
I'll give it another. I'll give it another shot. Well, I'll take another strength test.
Very well.
And I'll
There's
step in.
also a survival test that I could administer.
Yes, please.
I'll do survival.
Very
Marco,
well.
and move Tulio the fuck out as I step up for that one.
I'm in the ring already.
Yeah, he already stepped in.
Damn it.
So, as you request the survival test, the ring shrinks to a 10-foot diameter around the stump where he is sitting, and you are uncannily and frictionlessly pulled to the center with the outside ring as it shrinks.
Mm-hmm.
And all he says is, "Stand still now," as he raises his hammer and gets ready to bring it down on you with a full body blow. Give me a straight
Krog, you're so lucky you didn't take this.
give me
Yeah.
a survival
Kills
roll.
me dead.
Again.
Again.
Dead
Yeah,
again.
I'd be dead again.
Give me a survival roll, Julio.
I love my
I'm
character.
working on
Thank you,
rolling.
Tyler.
I'm sorry. I'm just laughing way
You're
too
good.
hard. Oh, so
George
15 plus
trying to
5 is a
survive
dirty
and
20.
hell.
Dirty 20, wonderful. You best hope he doesn't roll better.
That's fucked.
You are very lucky you didn't say you wanted to do that.
Yeah, no shit.
So
Thought my shit rocks.
the hammer
dead.
comes down and you are not moved, but you take the entire blow to your core.
I bet.
And you can even hear, like, in the back of your mind, Lunalos being like, "Oh shit, damn!"
How much do I take?
You take 45 points of damage.
Ooh, I'm -5, boys.
You had your temp HP.
Did I? I thought I was at 50 from the last couple fights that we've been in.
I'll say you have your base 50, but I've been subtracting from your temp hit points that you got a few sessions back, so you should be able to survive that.
Oh, okay.
But if
According to my
not,
calculations, for the calculations that I had said no.
were you not updating them on your sheet?
I have been.
Okay. For some reason, it's not updating for me. But yeah, if that's you down, you're down.
Yeah, because for me right now, after the last, I took 10 points in the last fight from the palm strike, and so that put me at 40.
You had
'Cause I
40
wasn't-
temp HP from the last game, son.
I had 40 temp last.
Yeah. Like on my screen, I have 30 temp, 50 max. But your current HP hasn't been touched.
I was minusing from the. Okay, I was minusing from my actual HP.
Yeah, that's what I thought was happening. I'm like,
Okay.
even mathematically, this doesn't add up, but
Yeah, temp HP's off to the side. It doesn't pool.
Oh.
yeah, that
Okay,
was a
hold on.
specific thing that he got from Lunalos for temp HP, but once you lose it, it's gone, but it does stay with you per session.
Okay, so it looks like it was applying. I had the 40, so if I take 45, I'm at 45 actual HP. I understand. The brain makes sense with numbers. We got
Yeah,
this.
I was about to say, you feel the full force of this, and like, yes, you should definitely be downed and at least unconscious, but you should be fine if my math was right.
Yeah, your math was right. My brain doesn't number.
Okay, you're good. I was just a little concerned because I'm like, wait, did I just kill you on accident?
I mean, it would have been really, really funny if I'm like, I could survive.
Oh yeah, no, I had a plan for both sides, but yes,
I got this. I didn't have this.
But yes, as you take this blow, your feet don't move an inch, almost as if you were glued in place to receive this strike. But it hits, you feel all of it, and even Lunalos is like, oh shit. It hurts like hell, but you're not down. He looks at you.
Ow.
He gives a little grin and hands you a wish card. You
Appreciated.
survived. Impressive.
I just like stumble out of the fucking ring, just like.
Oh, 100%. Because the ring would have dissipated and faded out at once the challenge was met.
I just
this
look
rate?
at Kronk and I go, try your luck with strength. Don't pick survival.
I look over at Kronk and I'm like, "Don't worry, Kronk, you'll be fine. What's one more death?"
Does anyone else have healing?
Good thought, Vlogger.
I go to sleep. I fall the way of One Piece Zoro. I get stabbed in the stomach. I sleep it off.
Yeah.
I have died once. What's another time? Fuck it.
I don't mean to be a meta bitch here as the DM as well, but like, you could definitely rig this to where you can take however much damage and just have someone resuscitate you if you happen to go down, because it's not an instant death strike system. Not
I
unless
was
it's
about
like
to
a
say,
pull
anyone
your
else
heart
have
out.
healing word?
Blood should have first aid training.
Not really.
Basic first aid, yeah.
Okay, well then, where the fuck's blood at?
He's currently on the
Watching you
sidelines watching.
dumbasses pouting about the ass whooping I take, but the rest of y'all actually do something.
Well, blood, when I die, bring me back. Let's do this.
Just fight him.
Hey, Blood, come
Would you
over here,
like to
rip off my
take
Everhorn.
the strength test or the survival test?
Well, oh. Do you have anything else that might not insta kill my ass?
I mean, you could always take your hand at the agility test.
Just fight him, you pussy.
All right, I'm gonna fight your ass. Let's do this, hand to hand.
if you wish. As the circle reappears in its 50-foot radius with the stump in the center, you proclaim that you were going to be unarmed. He never said such a thing. So he picks up his hammer and starts walking towards you.
All right. Oh, this is gonna fucking hurt. Oh. All right. So,
He's walking slow, so it is your turn.
okay. Hmm. I'm gonna rage and then run up. Technically, I'd still have my staff, right?
Yes, you would still have your Sun Wukong staff. Because whenever it's
I'm
not currently summoned,
gonna
it is a tattoo on your arm.
fucking hit him as hard as I can in the face with it.
'Kay.
I'm not gonna drop it. I'm just gonna run up and hit him in the face.
Okay. So as soon... Well, wait, did you walk in with it and then proclaim unarmed?
Yeah, that's true. So
I'm just trying to get
I'm
the
gonna
point of
go
order.
ahead and use. Never mind. I'm gonna run up and use my tavern brawler strike.
Wonderful.
It would be a dirty 20.
Beautiful. That hits.
Alright, and I am raged.
Technically, you have to proclaim rage before you attack.
I did, didn't I?
I think you just now did.
I did before it. I said I'm gonna rage and then run up and hit him in the face.
I'll look back on the recording later, but I don't think you said rage. I think you just said run up and hit him in the face and then rolled for it.
Well, alright. Maybe I'm just retarded and meant to. Alright. Well, anyway.
I'm letting you have it. I'm just gonna check later.
Okay. I'm sure I'll get penalized next time.
Oh, you know I keep everything even.
I know.
But yes, both Tulio and Oog should have your wish card in your backpack. Just be careful of what you say.
Mouth shut.
Mm-hmm. He jumped into his ooze and is thinking real hard about this.
Mm-hmm. Julio just keeping his mouth shut, keeping particular words out of his.
Yeah. That'll be a 7.
Beautiful. So how are you flailing about to do this 7 damage? As your tavern brawler.
I'm just not sure. Why don't you paint the picture for me? Because I'm having a really hard time fucking seeing it right now.
Fair. So, if you're using Tavern Brawl, I imagine you go into a very, for lack of better reference, boxer's stance with your guard up, and you just like shuffle towards him and just start like punching him in the chest, and he's just like arms open wide letting you do it at this point because he's curious. And as soon as you're done with your blows, you look up because he's standing about a foot taller than you. And you just see him smiling with a singular eye open with that complete anime like streak to the right.
This is gonna hurt, isn't it?
Is that all you're gonna do? Do you have any other actions? Because if not, I'm gonna be very entertained by this next part.
Ooh. Tavern Brawler grapple as a bonus action. So I'd like to try to grapple him.
So you go in for a big old bear hug.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you for confirming that because that makes this next part all the funnier.
Son of a bitch.
He also goes in for a massive bear hug and lifts you off your feet.
I've got you right where I want you.
I start cackling in the background.
He lifts you up off the ground and starts to squeeze. And then you feel a rush of wind against your face, which is odd since it's smashed up against his chest. And before you know it, your face, head, your whole cranium really, gets buried into the ground.
German suplex.
Yes, but with the height difference, he also buried a good upper quarter of his body into the ground with you. And
That's
it is
one
a
way of
full,
fantasy.
it is
It's
a
just
full,
side combo
like a full
suplex.
ostrich kind of looking.
like full on backward suplex into the ground that both of you dig in about a foot deep. And this is past the snow. So there's like a solid 6 inches of snow on top of all of this. But he leaves you in the ground and he somehow springs back up to perfectly standing and looks behind him to look at you to see if you react. You're stiff as a board right now, though.
This is just like
Your
a
move.
piece. Just
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to try to pull myself out of the ground, out of the hole that I have apparently created for myself.
I mean, yeah, there's a very thin layer of earth between the hole that he made with his head and your torso. But I think as a marionette, you can like full on break, not necessarily break, but like your joints are full 360. So you just see both his legs and arms like go flat towards his side and just starts pushing up, full on like Pinocchio ostrich stuck in the head or stuck in the sand. And it's not hard for you to get back up, but that will cost you a action.
Okay.
But the rest of the turn is yours.
Okay.
do you have any spells that are a bonus action?
I do not. Other than
I thought you had at least one.
Vicious Mockery in action?
Vicious Mockery is definitely an action. Where is it?
I'll say your third level
Man.
slots are used. You still have second level, first level, and Navi your cantrips.
Yeah. I've got
Oh.
Mass Healing Word, Hunter's Mark, and Healing Word are the spells I can use as a bonus. So I
Healing Word might be a good
I was about to say I could also see Vicious Mockery as a bonus since it doesn't say specifically, or yeah, it does say one action. Never mind.
okay.
Yeah, it does.
I got Bardic Inspiration as a bonus.
Yeah, that might be the one I was thinking of. Let's say bonus action. That's only if you're dual wielding. I'll say yeah. For your bonus actions, you have Healing Word, Hunter's Mark, and Mass Healing Word. Got your Bardic Inspiration if you want to use it, or your Rage for your bonus actions.
I guess I'll do first level healing word.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your d4 of health.
A total of 1.
Oof.
You're just lucky you didn't take the survival challenge.
Honestly.
It would have fucking. I done seen it kill you. Ain't gonna see you kill me again.
So you're able to get back upright instead of head in the sand or snow and ground at this point. You cast your small healing word of just like shit, this hurts or whatever it was that you said before.
Yes.
And then it
Shit, this
is,
hurts. Fix it.
and thus it is my turn. You get backhanded. So what happens is he's facing away from you, kind of just looking over his shoulder down at you for the start of this turn. And in one little hop, his hips fully rotate. You see his arm, or everyone else would see his left arm come up to touch his right shoulder. Whereas his legs were spinning, his upper torso did not, until his feet plant and he swings around with a backhand. Kind of like with how others perceive the whirlwind, but a little bit different since it's centered on him. And it comes around, smacks you square in the face, and sends you flying.
Yay.
Your head spins in a way you've never experienced before, and it's very unsettling for everyone else. You do not land outside of the circle, but you do take 9 points of damage.
Oh.
But you are currently at the edge of the ring on the far end from everyone else.
I. Oh.
Your friends believe in you. Use the power of friendship.
Well, this is gonna hurt again.
Fuck you, jackass.
I would like to use his inspirational words to rage. So
I hope
fuck
you get a better body this time.
No, I think this time
damn.
around it's literally like a chakra aura around him that makes his little burrs start to wiggle, but it's essentially the same, bulking up to the same point to where his spikes are slightly more outward adjacent than laid down. But not much physical change actually happens this time since you've already cracked the wood of your body.
All right, I can do that.
But yeah, that's your bonus action.
And then
Still got your movement and main action.
I'm gonna run on up and fucking headbutt his teeth in.
Roll to hit. Because that's a bit of a jump for you, too.
You know.
I won't be mean and make it disadvantage. I'll just say a base roll.
Okay. Would be a 19 to hit.
19 hits, but I don't think you make it to his mouth. I think you're square headbutting him like in the clavicle. But roll for damage.
Let's do this shit. I'll break a clavicle. Goddamn cat.
Trying to help.
They're trying to eat my goddamn headphones.
Oh, yeah, that's not help. I thought they were messing with the dice.
No. Okay.
No, if
So
the cat rolls the dice, that's my.
that'll be a 4.
Wonderful. You got a slight headache after that, too.
Fantastic.
But he takes it square on. And when you do it, you can almost feel him giggling internally. But you got anything else?
Yeah, how much distance do I have left, would you say? Just about.
The
A few
center of
feet?
the ring from the outside is 25 feet, so you'd still have 5 foot of movement if your movement is 30. I need to look that.
Movement
Cronkford,
is
40. So you still have 10 feet? No. 25.
I'd like to get just out of reach of him.
So
I've got
20.
enough-
So you
Yes,
half
I've got
movement.
enough time to dodge.
Okay. And it is my turn. He's gonna take this opportunity of attack for the first time in all of these rounds with your disengagement. And as you retreat, he goes in for a punt. He doesn't punch you, but he does make contact with his toes to your groin. And it's very uncomfortable, but he does not deal damage. Your turn.
Okay.
So once you have retreated and are back gazing at him, all you see is just like he kicked up some snow for some weird reason and was uncomfortably close to your groin.
I'm
I
gonna
won't say
move
genitalia because I don't know if you have any, honestly, as a
as a marionette.
yeah,
move
since all your
in
clothes are painted on.
again. I'm gonna move in again behind him, get behind him, and then kidney shots. As best I can.
Give me an acrobatics check to see if you can get behind him, because that would take quite a bit of speed or dexterity.
Dirty 20, baby.
So you're able to get behind him, but just like before when you were buried in the ground, you just see him quickly turn his head with that like icy glaze and wisp from his eyes staring at you. Roll the
Ow.
hit. What did you say?
Said, it's an owl.
Mm.
That's all I can see is you fucking describing it.
Not like a full 360 head turn. He's like looking over his shoulder, and all you can see is his left eye, is what I'm saying.
Oh.
And you can just see like the white, bluish, icy energy flowing from his eyes as he stares at you. Or eye.
Be a 17.
17 does not hit, but I'm gonna give you the contact, just no damage.
Okay.
Because your marionette wooden body doesn't do much damage, but you are getting off like your kidney shots. They just don't seem to be moving the muscle at all.
Okay.
And it is my turn. And there it is. So, once again, he's going to do his little hop turn move, but he's not going for a bitch slap. He is simply turning around, staring down at you and puts both hands on your shoulders. And he pushes you down into the ground. Your legs up to your knee are now buried as he starts to walk back towards his stump.
Shit. Well, I guess that's a fight then, huh?
Do you concede?
Nah, fuck that.
I'll say he's not stopping the fight unless you concede. Unless you admit defeat. Otherwise, it's still going.
I jump up and run at him.
Give me a strength check to get out of the ground.
Yeah. Dirty 20.
So, with your thin, very specific size marionette limbs, you are able to get back out fairly easy. And you're running up on him?
Yep.
Bet. What you doing?
Punching him as hard as I fucking can again.
Go for the Superman punch.
All right, that's a 19.
19 hits. Roll damage.
7.
Wonderful. So, as you run up on him, his back's still turned to you as he's walking back to the stump, and you go in for the punch. Is it a Superman punch, or would you like to describe it elsewhere?
Oh yeah, it's a Superman punch.
Wonderful. So you go in for the full dive, full on Superman punch, and you make contact. You could feel him stumble forward a little bit before you fall to the ground, as you are still essentially hitting a brick wall. But as you land, you just see him sit down on his stump and hold up a card.
Ooh. Yes, thank you, my good sir. I take it gracefully and shake his hand.
Wonderful. Anyone else wish to take a try?
Do it, blood.
Come on, old man, let's go for another run.
To which challenge do you wish to partake?
Test of might. Let's go. Give me the circle.
As soon as you say test of might, yes, the 50-foot radius circle reappears and the icy blue energies and runes. He's sitting upon his stump, waiting for your first move.
I'm going to reload my crossbow. I'm going to load some of my blow dart needles in my cheeks. Call 3. Tongue.
Yep.
And then I'll walk in with my mace in my left hand and my blow dart gun in my right, and I'll step over the line.
The challenge has begun. You still have first move.
I'll spit the tracking dart that I have in my mouth at him.
Roll to hit.
Mm. Look. son of a goddamn bitch. So a nat 20 for a total of 27.
Cat.
And that is just 5 damage flat.
Okay.
And now he has locate creature on him, so I know where he's at all the time. And then I'll run at him and take a swing with my mace
Roll the
on
hit.
the stump. 18 to hit.
So that would normally hit as it is his AC. However, he is using his hammer once again to dodge the spiky bits of the mace and redirects it to your side. Once that happens, he stands up and he backhands you square in the face for 13 points of damage, but you don't move.
Okay.
Your turn.
I'll come back with my mace again. For 21 to hit.
Hits.
It's a d6 plus 1. Which is 6 damage.
Wonderful.
And then I'll follow up with my sickle. Like, pull it from my belt and take the swing.
To draw a weapon is an action.
Okay. Well,
I'll say I give you the bonus actions if they were already equipped, but you only have 2 hands
yeah.
as a little
Mm.
bandoliered buddy. That's it. And I don't think you ever actually put your equipment back on from morning yoga. But we'll just pass over that.
Because we were rolling for a while. I would have gotten dressed on the road. I wouldn't stay
So you're
naked.
saying that
No,
blood...
did you say you got dressed though?
I was
Because if
about
you
to
didn't
say, I think it's
say
very
that you got
much
dressed, you didn't.
viable to say that Blood would have felt comfortable since he is a part of the Wild Hunt skyclad, especially anywhere that he could get away with it.
Is that the direction we want to take this right now?
That's
Okay.
up to you. I'm just saying as a Wild Hunt. I don't know Blood specifically. Blood is you.
I feel like
Okay.
without clothing, he gets advantage to movement and dexterity.
Oh, I definitely would have had something calculated for that, but that's all I'll say. But I need to know now, do you have your full equipment or just your main weapons? Because I can accept that you picked those up before you walked in, but you didn't pick up your whole bag.
Main weapons, yeah.
So you said you grabbed your blowgun, mace, and sickle before the fight. So that's about all you have in this fight.
Okay.
But yes.
And then yeah, I'll spend my second attack grabbing my sickle off my hip then and call it a turn.
Bet I'll take that. So you are by far the densest of the group right now. So it's a little bit harder to throw you. But with that... So, I think at this point, he would have a pretty good size smile going. He drops his hammer entirely and bear hugs you, squeezing you tight, and then once again suplexing both himself and you into the ground. 4, 6,
Can I-
7, 8, 9.
Reaction disengage?
Not if you're grappled. And he got a 23 on that. So
Okay.
sadly, I won't allow disengaged if you're already bound, which you are technically bound by his pythons.
That's fine.
But yeah, you take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points of damage from that. And he leaves you in the ground as he once again springboards back to an upright position.
Okay.
Your turn. Your head's in the ground.
I'm gonna flex and like roll to my feet.
Okay. Because yeah,
Because he
your
slammed me
bunny.
like right in front of the stump. Right in front of the stump, though, right? Like,
Yeah,
we
within 10
didn't
feet.
move.
No, you didn't move very much.
Then I will take advantage of my jackalope self and leap forward to power up a double swing.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Uh,
I'm imagining like a full-on bunny hop with an X slash impending.
yep.
Bet.
Mace from one side, sickle from the other.
Yep.
That'll be a 16 from the mace
Cat.
and a dirty 23 from the sickle.
So as the mace comes down, he grabs it with one of his hands. But that allows the sickle to make contact to roll for damage.
Oh, maximum damage of 5.
Ooh. Wonderful. Anything else?
My 2 attacks for bonus actions. For shits and giggles, let's hit him with a curse of blinding. See if I can finally get him to roll under a 12.
Good luck.
I know, but it's a bonus action I got to burn. Why not?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Nah, that's a 17.
Eh,
Sadly.
piff. Yeah,
That all?
that should be it. That's all 3 things I can do.
Wonderful. So after your X attack, hop slash bunny jump attack, whatever. He has your mace in his left hand. The sickle, I think, would be. Did you slash him or stab him with it? Is it stuck in
Slash.
him or not? Okay.
Nah, it would have been it would have been a
Scrape by.
passing. Yeah, it would have been a pull cut.
Wonderful. Okay. So yes, he is bleeding a little bit. But on this turn, he's going to disarm your mace. Step into you and essentially push you back with the end of your mace. Not the spiky ball port, but the handle. And pushes you back 10 feet. Just to make a little space. But it is your turn now.
I need to double check because I'm about to confuse some people. I think.
Possibly.
Um. Because I want to activate my shift ability. And Wild Hunt is wolves and pack hunters, right? If I remember correctly.
Yes, they're typically pack hunters, but their beasts are technically down to you. They're typically either bears, wolves, or some type of large cat, feline. Yeah, large canine, ursa, or feline, I would say is
So yeah,
viable for the wild hunt since you are kind of fey.
I'm gonna pop my shifting ability, and you watch as
I will say that you have to stick with whatever animal you choose, though, as the wild hunt, because that is your persona, for lack of better terms.
so you watch blood just swell up, getting like 2 inches in size, and his fingernails were a little longer than normal and a little rougher looking. Like you thought he could scratch someone pretty serious. They're now claws. His front canines got bigger, top and bottom. And he now has kind of like a bear face. His ears
I'll say, are you
got a
going
little
Ursa
higher.
or Canid? Because you're still a
Ursine.
rabbit through this. Yeah, you're just
I'm
getting the
going
aspects and
Ursine.
buffiness of that
So yeah, instead
animal.
of big rabbit ears, they're a little shorter and they're kind of more. They're like a dirty bear rabbit ear instead of.
Yeah, like a halfway in between. Because it's not a full
So
transformation
now,
with your current curses, but
yeah.
yes,
So you now have a jackalope
bear,
bear,
jackalope bear.
half bear looking dude, and I just let out my inner barbarian with a roar, and I'm just gonna barehanded just take 2 claw swipes at him.
Okay, roll to hit.
Are we gonna roll these as? Because I don't know what my it doesn't tell me what if there's a modifier for my bear for unarmed after shifting.
I don't think there'd be any additions outside of strength. Since you went
Well,
with Ursa.
it's showing the first swing was an 8, the second swing was an 18.
Okay. So yeah, the first one just slightly grazes him and gives him a few scratches, whereas the second one actually does like a proper like bear
So
claw maul.
what plus the strength is the DM thinking I'm getting?
For your transformation at half power, I'll give you a +4.
So that's 6 damage period.
Okay. At this time, and
Or
after,
transform.
or are you done?
Yep, I just
Okay.
added it to my stats, so
Bet.
it's showing.
Just wanted to confirm.
Yeah,
So,
good.
after you take your bear strikes, let's call them, your brawler strikes, you would simply see the old man have a full teeth-baring grin, and he starts to walk back to his stump and sits down. He presents you a card.
I'm
I
gonna
think you
take.
pass.
Okay, I'm gonna take a couple like huffing breaths because I'm all worked up,
Mm-hmm. Oh, most definitely.
and then you just, you know, it reverts. I forcibly revert my shift,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll go, thank you. Take the card, pick up my mace and sickle that I dropped when I hulked out, and go sit down and take a second to calm myself.
Mm-hmm. Because, yeah, no, he did fully work you up just to deflate you.
Dick.
Now that everyone has passed their tests, I must let you know. I never intended in harming any of you. I just wanted to make sure you could survive. Not many
We're
people come back
back
once leaving the cities.
I'm gonna hold up my wish card just mean mugging him and be, I wish I was my original form.
So when you make that wish, let me get a roll real quick. Okay. So you revert to the way you were when you were. How old are you?
Indeterminate. Let me see if I actually put
You did
age.
not put age.
Mid-30s.
So you revert to whenever you were 15,
I'll take it.
physically at least.
I'll take it.
But yes, you are no longer a jackalope. You're back as your wild hunt wildness.
Nice.
But your wish card is burned. I gotta remove it now that I just added it. God damn it.
Could have at least told him.
It's in your backpack. Wish card. Delete. But yes,
And I
Blood has
do.
technically regained his natural form. Just a bit younger.
Can we really tell that he's younger underneath all that hair?
Yeah, because I'm not as bulky and there's
Yeah, I was about to
significant
say.
scarage that's missing.
Yeah. What you would have seen before would have been this like very scarred up where hair isn't
Career
growing.
mercenary.
Yeah, like his arms, his face, his torso would have been all scarred up, whereas now they only have like a few scars. And is very much hairy, and his hair is almost a little more voluptuous, more volume, and a bit more on point with the coloration.
Gotcha.
Less dull, more vibrant. But yeah, what would you all like to do now?
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
meditate
put the
in my jar.
card in my fucking in my bag because I've decided if I want to be Cronkford or if I want to be Kronk,
Mm-hmm.
Or if you want to be something new.
or if I want to be something new. Yeah,
I say it's a
Wishes to
wish
be a
card.
jack.
A wish is a
Which-
wish.
which would confuse the shit out of Cusco more.
Got a new body, bub.
Yeah, just gonna start showing back up with a new body every time.
I mean, to be
Right.
fair, most anything would be better than the half zombified corpse you were before.
Yep.
Yeah,
You got a really good point.
I say
Get
right now
really-
you're just a very dark aesthetic marionette.
Yeah.
yeah.
Comfort isn't necessarily the best.
I,
We love you, but you're not necessarily the best.
yeah, I'd like to be Kronk again.
You kind of look like death warmed over whenever you're in a half woke body.
Right, right.
I mean, Betsy turned you down.
And that's who I gotta get back.
You could always go real meta and be I wish to be
Perfect personification of my soul.
either that or you could say what Betsy likes.
Ooh, that'd be dangerous.
That'd be dangerous.
real
Both
dangerous.
are technically very dangerous because it leaves it up to me.
Yeah. I want to be what Betsy likes, and poof, I'm a demon lord, and then you guys have to fight me.
I need to do some research into what the ultimate grunge would look like.
Which is fair. You can save your wish cards.
I'm just gonna say I have a lot of really cool characters I've made in the past couple weeks, so I don't care if blood dies.
I mean, you just got a younger blood. More vibrant and virile.
How was that? Oh, you said 15. I better add his age in here.
Yeah. But yeah, if you would like, you can either stay and hang out with the old man that, again, none of you have asked for his name, but
He
Truly.
implied we know his name.
do you know his name?
Well, I would assume. Hey, old timer.
Yeah.
What do we call you?
Krampus the Kindred is the name.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's fun.
Well, that just tells me this wish card comes with more bullshit that we don't understand. Let's do this.
Not necessarily. The last one that was supposed to be. Dickhead.
The main tagline of Cannadill is nothing is as it seems and never fall back onto classic stereotypes in this
That's true.
world. So that's all I will say.
Woo!
But yeah, Oog, you said you went back to your cauldron to meditate?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a nature check.
Yeah. Yeah. 17 plus. I don't know why I keep look. I should already know this by
I'll
now.
say nature is a +4 for you.
21.
Beautiful. So after trading blows, as it were, and getting a sense of what's happening, you realize that Krampus is somehow exchanging energies both with the land and his own body. Every time he sits down on the stump, it's like he has a perfect connection to the ley line. But really all you can get from this is he is a very powerful being. You don't have any recollection of a Krampus in your histories or textiles that you would have learned in the grunge military camp or academy, whichever you would like to call it.
Mm-hmm.
But no, you just get a sense that this individual is terrifying and may not have ever actually taken damage through any of these.
What would Blood get as a read or knowledge jog with the name?
Give me a history check.
I pop up to the surface and just shout to the idiots, "Don't piss this one off," and then sink back
Nat
down.
20 plus 1 for 21. Or no, correct. History. Double checking. Yeah. Nat 20 for 21.
Okay. So you would definitely have some stories from your childhood and even your teen years of Krampus the Kindred. This individual is another archfey. However, he has only been known to help adventurers and those who have proven that they can handle the true wilds of this land. But that's about all you would know since your tribes would have had experiences with him. They do not normally venture to the lands of Cannadill itself. But you would know this is generally a nice individual that doesn't really want to fuck anyone up, but will if he has to.
And I'd know that generally he's linked to the land.
I think all you would know is that he has his own flavor of archfey magic. You wouldn't necessarily know and or perceive any of it with your wild hunt lineage.
Mm.
You'd be familiar if it was another wild hunt individual very easily, but since these are wild hunt adjacent, essentially, they're in a league of their own, and not a lot of their secrets get out, as it were.
I'm going to act out of character for what the party's seen. I'll approach Krampus. I'll
Get
get within 5 feet of him. Give him a polite bow. Take my nail and scratch across my wrist so it bleeds.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll flick 3 drops of blood at his feet and I'll go, while you're normally not a patron of my cast, I am here to help if needed. And that's it.
Krampus looks down at you and simply says, I see your blood pact, and you will be called if I ever need someone of your nature. But none of the other party can hear this.
As was the intention, Lord.
As soon as you start to get up and walk away, you would notice that his hammer falls with the head of it at his feet and the grip at yours. He looks at you and gestures down to it and raises an eyebrow.
I'll grab the end of the handle and be like, are you insisting?
Please, by all means, try. And I will need a strength check if you want to try and lift it.
I'll have grabbed the base with my left hand that I scratched.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just roll so I'm pushing the cut against the base of the hammer handle.
Wonderful. As you do, your blood starts to animate, almost as if like a symbiote. It starts to wrap around and envelop the whole hammer. He smiles. He lets down 1 foot in a massive stomp. The snow screen reappears around them. You pick up the hammer as it's now fully enveloped in this crimson hue. And as soon as you look away from it to look back at Krampus, he is no longer sitting upon the stump. He seems to have vanished.
I still got the hammer.
Yes, the hammer is still laying on the ground and its new crimson hue. Before it was a blue pine handle with a lustrous silver head, but now it has almost like a red hue and almost like a corruption like aspect, but it's not corrupt by any means.
I'll pick the sucker up.
Give me a strength check.
Well, tits. Nope. That's a 4.
So you're not able to easily pick this up, but you can, and you can like penguin walk it back to the cart if you would like, but it is very heavy for you right now.
Oh, I will most definitely penguin walk that bitch back and put it up under the driving bench we have on
It's
the
not
cart.
gonna like be up on the cart and like weigh the cart down so it can't move, right?
We're gonna fucking find out. I'm not leaving this thing behind.
I was about to say, the group
Alright,
simply
alright.
sees blood penguin waddle his
15-year-old
ass. Yep.
scrawnier blood.
Uh-huh. Wobble out of the
Snow
snow
cloud.
screen, snow cloud, with Krampus's hammer looking a little off, and he's just hobbling towards the cart. And as he passes you all, you look back towards the stump while the snow settles, and you notice that there is no trace. Even the tree stump that he was sitting upon apparently is reformed into a proper blue pine.
I'm heading for the bench to place the hammer under it so I can get back to driving the wagon.
Yeah, I was just seeing if anyone else wanted to do anything while you do that,
You may
just
or may
watching
not
through the
hear
jar.
Snickers.
which is fair for
I'm
both
just
of you.
watching through the jar, eyeballing, seeing how it goes.
Mm-hmm. So he hobbles over to the cart and barely gets it up high enough to get it underneath the driver's bench. Doesn't seem to weigh down the cart at all. So it's either just heavy for you, just heavy for entities, or 10 Retinies upgrades are just that fucking good. You don't know.
Even split 3 ways.
Mm-hmm. But yes, you have gained, and this is going to be a mystery item until you find more about it, so I have to do it custom. But
Guys, I'm gonna be real. I'm fading fast. And I got
yeah, you're good. I was going to finish up
We
here.
kind of slow rolled a little bit.
My bad.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
It's chilling. It's chilling. We had to get these fucking cards, 'cause otherwise we're kind of fucked.
Yeah, I vote that we head to the closest water source to get the animals watered.
You would still have plenty of water both on the cart
I'm not
and in
being
the bucket.
attacked by fucking giant weasels and wooden Marion things currently. Have water.
Yeah. if we
Which
got
blood
some
doesn't
time-
know none of that other crap that y'all had to put up with yet. Because
Yeah, I
as far
know.
as I have been told, as far as I can remember, I haven't been given a contract for no evil wizards, warned about marionettes. I'm in this blind. I'm here to take care of the oxen, and you dipshits.
But
Mhm.
Blood, you would have come to this continent as an adventurer knowing that this is completely uncharted territory, so you wouldn't know any of that.
Exactly.
But yeah.
That's what I'm saying. These chuckle nuts, the rest of the party knows about some side shit. I don't.
I
That's
don't
where I'm
know
going
about
with it.
anything. I'm just here. I throw magic shit.
And
I know
look,
the elves lay eggs.
talking telepathically.
Looking like they got a shit. But yes, you will see that should have been added to your equipment.
Yeah, I'm gonna dip to bed. I'm sorry, guys.
You're good.
Yep.
We'll
You're
end
good,
it
man.
there.
We're winding up.
Yeah.
We're
We'll
winding
end
up.
it there with everyone getting back to the cart because it's well past like nightfall. The blue hue of the blue pines keeps it essentially a consistent light level throughout the darker nights.
Mhm.
But yeah, you all make it back to the cart and get ready for bed. Tulio goes up into his shadow cocoon. Where would you like to place it this time?
I liked it in Kronk's room. It was funny there.
Bet. So you find yourself cocooned in Kronk's bedroom. Kronk, where are you going?
My stack of coins.
Beautiful. You flop into it as almost died today.
And then I whistle for Hey Hey and Spicy. to
As
come
soon
up.
as you do, they both pop out of the coins because they were already ready and chilling. Their bedtime was like 2 hours ago.
Right. At least they know.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, guys. IRL.
Mm-hmm.
Peace out.
Good
Yep,
night.
night.
Peace.
Oog is in his crystal cauldron, and Blood, I assume, is retiring to your leather hammock.
I will struggle bust the hammer under my hammock.
Okay.
But yeah,
Sounds good.
I'm not letting that fucker out of my sight. He's my new best friend, and I don't know why yet.
I'm watching. I'm keeping eyes on Blood and the hammer.
Yeah, you just see him struggling like a...
Maybe some juvenile cackling of joy is sneaking out through his
I watch him like a young
persona.
recruit with his new weapon.
Essentially, yeah, think of like a 6-year-old picking up a splitting maul for the first time and like, this is my new best friend.
And I'm just like, oh fuck, he's gonna hurt himself.
I mean, there's no blades on it. It's a hammer. But
Oh
yeah.
fuck, he's gonna hurt himself.
But that will round us down for tonight.